Hello, people. We're talking today about what is going on with all these riots and about our president. Well, so everybody didn't like Trump. I'm sorry. We lost. He's our president. Stop acting like spoiled little kids and go back to school and do what you need to do. We're acting like brats. And while you don't see this is the tools that you're giving him even more tools to say, see, I was right. All because we're not happy with the decisions of the country. We have a system. We lost. We need to get over it. I am no sweet talking anybody. I'm tired of seeing all these riots. I'm tired of seeing, oh my God, people sending cry sessions. Because they're depressed because of the president. It doesn't matter who's the president is. It ain't going to affect you either way. Yet, you're in school. It's not like it's going to happen. It's going to certainly change your life because the president. Stop being so touchy-feeling. You want to change this country? Concentrate yourself in doing your schoolwork and bettering yourself first. And then you can work in bettering this country up. Yes, we can't change anything from the next 4 years. But he ain't going to be the president forever. So instead of crying and whining and doing riots and cry yourself to sleep because the person you wanted to win didn't win, like a little spoiled brat and like a little 5-year-old throwing a tantrum, get yourself back to school, do your classes, do your exams, receive yourself as a decent, graduate as something, and try to make yourself better so you in the future may you be the one running for president and you may be able to change the country that you love so much. And for those of you who like Trump, congratulations, you won. I respect Trump as my president. No, that doesn't mean I have to like the man. But to say something about him, he did say a lot of truths in his campaigns about the government. I give him that. His problem is he's a little bit racist. And it's because he has no, and it may not be necessary, and I said racist, but it may not be that it's necessarily racist, even though I do think, let me rephrase that, it may be that he just have no filter. The man has no filter. He could have said the same things and reward the things that he said to say exactly the same things without affecting other people. He has no filter, and that's one of his biggest problems. The man is the president. He promised a lot of things. But all y'all need to understand that it doesn't matter what he promised. If the Congress and the Senate doesn't approve it, ain't nothing he can do. We have a system. And the Constitution created a system for a reason. So one person didn't have all power. So, saying that, stop whining. And don't worry. The Congress ain't going to allow him to do all the stuff he say. He can do presidential orders or executive orders, however you want to call it, but they only last for a month and then they get overturned. So he's gonna change some things, and it may be for the good and maybe for the worse, but he ain't gonna destroy the country completely. Don't worry, the Senate won't allow it. That I can assure you of that. That's why we have the system that we created for that. Debt. He promised to help us with the debt. He may be able to help a little bit, but he ain't going to be able to solve it in 4 years. I can promise you that. We own too much money. In 4 years ain't going to change it. Another thing. A lot of people criticize Donald Trump. I'm not defending the man, even though it's like, I know that one of the people's what it look like. Yes, a lot of people say he has bankruptcies and everything. But you got to understand something. When you own businesses, when you're a businessman, you gotta do whatever it takes to make your business successful. And no matter if some of your businesses are not working, you gotta do whatever it takes to save the rest of your businesses. If that means going to bankruptcy, you got to do that. You gotta apply for it because you're a businessman, and there is people, employees that depend on you, and the economy as well. And all you don't see it that way. Oh, he has bankruptcy here and there. Yes, he does, but he still have built an empire of $10 billion, the man. Give him some credit when credit's due, man. Don't be so hate on what he's done and what because you don't like him and he has all these issues. No, he's a businessman and he's done what he thought it best better for his business. So respect that. And unless you can tell me unless you can do it yourself and you show me that you done it and you built an empire like he did, please don't criticize him in the business side. There's a lot of businesses that don't go on bankruptcy, and I understand that. But it's because they work better and their system work better. Sometimes when you are in the business that he is, business do not work that well. There is not a single, I don't believe there is a single billionaire that hasn't gone bankruptcy at least once or twice in their life. And that is because not all your business are going to succeed. When you become a businessman, you can talk to about him. Besides that, please do not talk bad about the man as a businessman. He knows what he's doing. Another thing. You worry too much. He said you should worry because you're an immigrant. Yes, he's talking about immigration as one topic that I wanted to talk about. I came here when I was really young, and I came here the legal way. Most people don't realize that even as an American now, or a resident, whatever you want to call it, I call myself American because I'm American. I've been here longer than Mexico. But when you come as an immigrant to the United States and you come the right way, you wait your time, you get your papers, you come here. When you turn age to work and you can work, and you having issues finding a job because nobody wants to pay you what you're worth because they can pay illegal people less than you, and they're not willing to pay you more. They're not willing to pay you what you worth because you're legal, and you cannot find a job. Then you can complain about immigration. I'm not racist against my people. I love Mexican people and they work hard. I granted they still broke the law, and I see that the law is the law and it's here to protect you and me and everybody around it. But in that issue, he's not talking about them. He's talking about the people that is coming not just from Mexico, from any other part of the world. They come here and fill our streets with drugs, fill our prisons, commit crimes, rape people. And I know it's not just the Latinos or stuff like that. It's everywhere. I understand that. But he's talking about the ones that are not from here, that are legal committing these crimes, and they're still living out of our tax-paid dollars because we pay for the prisons that they're living on. And that's who he's worried about. Yes, he's worried about the other ones, but it's not as much that problem with them. It's problem with the people that they come here and do illegal stuff like crimes, sell drugs, and all that. You gotta light up and see the light. I don't agree with illegal immigrants that come here to work as much. I don't hate. I cannot say I can hate on them because I know how they live in Mexico, and it's horrible. But at the same time, I don't have to agree with it. But in that say, stop hating on the man because of it. I'm not defending him. I'm just making a point seen from a part of somebody that is Latino. And you can hate on me all you want. But I'm telling you the truth. I came here the right way. I went through the process the right way. And I struggled for many times to find a job when I needed a job to survive. Because nobody wanted to pay me what I was worth because I was illegal. So, as a person that had to struggle as a Hispanic heritage and as a Mexican that did the right things and had to struggle because he couldn't find job because they were given to the ones that had no papers, I have the right to say my opinion about immigration. And now I say I can't hate on them because of it, because I know Mexico is not the best place to live either right now, and they live in a very bad poverty white living system of living. They make about $1.50 a day. Is nothing in Mexico, the salaries. I mean, even you as making a salary as minimum salary, you're making more than them. So I can hate on them, but I don't have to agree with them. In another case, remember that God has your back, and He knows what happens before you even think so. So just chillax, build your spirit up, put on a smile to the bad times, and try to make the best out of this situation. And God bless you. And I'm speaking to you soon.